Hey, this is Steve from Vegas Westside Shooters, and today I'm doing a short review of my AK-47 Yugoslavian NPAP from Century Arms International. I've had this gun now for about 3 months. I've put 500 to 600 rounds through it with a couple of friends. I've changed out my optic a couple of times. I've changed a few of the parts on it. I think I finally have it the way I'd like it. So we're going to take it out to the range a little bit later and shoot it up and see how it goes with several different magazines. But basically, I sort of customized this now the way I want it. And you can see here I have a recoil absorbing pad, which I got from Walmart. That was about, I don't know, $7, $8. Best investment I made for this gun because there's not much of a recoil pad on the wood, and that really made it a lot more shootable for me. Also have a extended cheek rest from Voodoo Tactical. I'm going to say on this one I'm not really sure whether I like it or not yet. I'm gonna shoot some more rounds through it and we'll see how it goes. But right now I'm giving it a whirl, and it does definitely is softer on your cheek than wood, but we shall see. The other things is I recently added this beefed up charging handle that you can see here. That came from Circle 10. I had got one before from Amazon.com, and I don't remember who the manufacturer was, and it just won't stay on. Every time you release the bolt and it shoots forward, it would knock the thing off. So we're going to give this one a try and see how it goes. I really tightened the heck out of it, so hopefully I didn't ruin the charging handle and I won't have to get a new bolt. And hopefully it'll stay on. Also got a muzzle brake from Ventura Supply, made by Ventura Tactical, which also really cut down on the recoil. This was about $25. They do have another one by another maker that was about $90. This one's pretty light, and it does a fantastic job of mitigating the recoil. Highly recommend it. And then the last addition I put on is the UTG Pro side mount, optic mount rail, which you can see is right here. I did do another video on a rail I got from akbuilder.com that I ended up using as a paperweight, and I replaced it with this. Since I put this on, it does a great job of keeping the optic pretty straight. It has a quick release mount. I remove it every time I clean the rifle and put it back on, and so far it's kept at zero pretty well. This is about a 4 times prism optical, like a Chinese knockoff of a ACOG, and it's for the price. It's a pretty good optic. It's illuminated red, green, and blue, and I'm not unhappy at all with this for the price. And I'm pretty happy with the UTG mount, because when I take it off to clean and put it back on, pretty much holds at zero. So the only downside of this rifle is with all this crap on it, it's a heavy rifle. It's got to be close to 9 pounds. Anyway, that's my Serbian or Yugoslavian NPAP Zastava AK-47 rifle. We're going to take it out to the range and show it off a little bit, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. Hope you stick with us. Okay, this is the continuation of the review on the Zastava NPAP AK-47. This is my beginner's viewpoint. I've had the gun for a couple of months. Just for some fun, today we're gonna put it through the chronometer here. We're going to see what kind of energies we're getting out of the Wolf Polycase, Wolf Performance 762 123 grain, as well as the Tulimo. So let's try the Wolf first. Let's see what kind of energies we're getting out of this. Okay, safe is off, range is hot. 2446, 2427, and 2389. And the bolt locked open just like it's supposed to. Okay. All right, let's try the Tulimo. Love that magazine. This is the Circle 10 from Bulgaria. Okay, let's light them up. Range is hot. .2447, 2414, and 2405. Now the mag is empty, but the bolt did not lock open on that one. All right, gun is cleared. Range is cold. All right, now we're going to just shoot some rounds out of some different magazines to see how they do in this NPAP. Starting from left to right, we've got the Magpul Gen 3 AK magazine. Next up, you have the Bakelite from Ishtar, which is a Russian-made Bakelite magazine. Next to that, you have the Gibbs Metal magazine, which is made in the United States. And then finally, my favorite magazine, so I'm not exactly objective in this, but that's the Circle 10 Bulgarian magazine, which I've probably dropped it 5 times onto concrete. I have manhandled it, and it has never failed to seat properly, and it's never failed to feed. So far, that's the winner. But we're going to just shoot these, have a little bit of fun shooting them, and let's see how it goes. Okay, so this is going to be from 25 yards. We're going to start off with the Magpul. Pop right in. Let's see how it goes. Range is hot. So the bolt failed to lock back. Empty magazine. Okay. Next up, we're going to try the Gibbs. Okay. Okay, bolt lock back on the empty magazine. This is the Bakelite magazine. Bolt did not lock back on the empty magazine. There comes the Circle 10. Okay. Bolt did not lock back on the empty magazine. Okay, so there you have it. shooting the AK-47 Zastava NPAP. This is going to be a beginner's view. Meet you back at the garage. So we're back from the range, continuing the beginner's review of the Yugoslavian Zastava NPAP AK-47 and some of the different ammo and magazines I've shot through it. This session we used some Tulimo 124 grain hollow point 7.62 by 39 ammo steel case from Russia, and we also used some Wolf Polyformance, which is full metal jacket 123 grainers 7.62 by 39, also steel cased, both of which are supposed to be using non-corrosive primers. The problem is you never know when they're corrosive or non-corrosive, so my rule of thumb is I know that AKs are supposed to run dirty and it's not really a problem. Pretty much every time we come back from shooting, I immediately clean the gun, which I think is a really good idea. As far as the shooting goes, I used a Magpul Gen 3 mag, a Bakelite Ishtar mag, a Circle 10 Bulgarian mag, and a Gibbs steel mag, and really didn't have any problem. They all slid into place pretty well. They don't have a lot of wobble. They all fed perfectly. I believe that 3 of the 4 didn't. The bolt didn't lock open on an empty magazine, but in general they performed as they're supposed to. They're all pretty pricey. You know, the Circle 10 from Bulgaria, which is my favorite magazine to date, that's about 45 bucks. The Bakelite is about 40 bucks. The Gibbs is probably the cheapest, the steel one, which is somewhere around 20, 22, something like that. And the even the Magpul Gen 3 with the steel inserts is $27. So these are not as cheap as as AR magazines. But I would say if I was going to buy some additional magazines, which I very well might, I'll probably go with the Circle 10s, just because to me so far it's been the most reliable. It's the easiest to lock into place and get out. Most of the time it holds the bolt open, and I just enjoy shooting out of that magazine. I wouldn't have any problem with another Bakelite, and even the Magpuls are pretty good. The Gibbs magazine, the steel magazine, I do have some trouble locking it in. I also have a sort of a no-name Korean steel magazine that I use sometimes that is pretty good. That was also pretty cheap. One magazine I have that I don't care for is the Tapco. I have a hell of a time getting that to lock in. I'm not sure why. I think I'm going to have to shave it down with my Dremel or something, but it really doesn't lock in well. It was very cheap at, I don't know, 15 or 16 bucks, but since I can't really use it, I don't think it was worth it. One other comment I wanted to make before I break it down is this beefy charging handle extension, which goes on the charging handle. Sometime during this range session it flew off the gun. I'm going to review the footage to see how long it lasted, but this is about the 3rd time that I've put this on. It has a set screw that you lock into it with an Allen wrench, and I tightened the hell out of it till I thought I was going to snap the Allen wrench, and this thing just doesn't stay on. So I'm disappointed in that. This is also from Circle 10. It's a very well machined piece of metal. It's a nice beefy charging handle. I don't really have any problem with the quality of this, but at least on my charging handle it just will not stay on. This is the 3rd time it's flew off during a range session, and so I'm just going to take the little rubber doodad that came with the gun and slide it back on and call it a day with that. And then the other thing, last thing I wanted to show you was, so to take the optic off for cleaning, this is the UTG Pro American-made side mount for the optic, and it also includes a side mount. You could put a laser or a light or something on that if you wanted to, but it has this quick release tab, and basically you just open the release and slide this thing back out of the way. There you go, and it slides right off. And then this thing when I slide it back on after I'm done cleaning it, pretty much holds zero. I don't know if you noticed on the range today, but it was shooting a little low, and so I will probably zero it a couple of notches higher. But overall, I haven't really had too much trouble with this re-zeroing. So that's my take on the NPAP Yugoslavian Zastava AK-47. So far it's been super reliable, easy to shoot. I really enjoy shooting it. It's easy to take down and clean and lubricate and put back together, and it was under $700 at Sportsman's Warehouse. So to me, for a fantastic defense rifle that's basically plenty accurate out to 100 yards, is super accurate, super reliable, easy to clean, runs like a Swiss watch. You can't beat this thing. I mean, under $700, and you know, if the you know what hits the fan proverbially, this is going to be my go-to rifle, because these are inexpensive, abundant ammunition with plenty of stopping power. It's reliable as well, and I like this rifle. You know, I know all my friends are AR guys. They all have several ARs in different iterations and different calibers, and they swear by the AR. But I really and I have an AR-15. I have a Bravo Company rifle. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a great rifle. In fact, I'm wearing their hat right now. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I like that rifle plenty. But I really think when you know what hits the fan, this is going to be my go-to guy. All right, so post any constructive comments you like. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hope to see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.